running for mayor for the city of Dallas. And this is your 7th time running, Jennifer. Isn't that correct?
Yes, Alex Wass. This is my 7th time, and thank you for inviting me to Oak Lawn Quarterly.
Okay, great. Now, I notice you have a lot of things on your platform. You know, the city is in need of a lot of change. At least a lot of people would say that. There's a lot of issues that we need to address. We were doing a segment on our program yesterday, and we were talking to homeless people. And a lot of them said they just could not get city services. They were out on the streets. They had a lot of issues that prevented them from getting any kind of assistance. What do you think of the homeless situation in Dallas, and particularly in Oak Lawn? What would you do to solve it or help it?
Well, Oak Lawn is a beautiful place to come if you're homeless. We have parks in the area, and it's a good, easygoing, casual environment. Our homeless need to know that they're loved and will be cared for, and that this is a place to find a good job, to have a support system, to find a place to live that's affordable. And I want to make sure that they get those services that the city does offer without law enforcement or our fire department coming down on them.
Okay, now as mayor, what would you do different than the present city staffers are doing to help the homeless?
Well, it's important that the homeless know that they are important, and by not to sweep them underneath the rug, not to hide them, not to keep them from sleeping on a dart bench, not to be allowed to take a nap or to relax, and the homeless also, we all have a bar that we can go to and enjoy a drink. What do the homeless have? I want a place where the homeless can go and enjoy a drink. You know, not to be stigmatized, not to have the police looking over their shoulder. And we have beautiful police here in Dallas, and they're really acting professionally. And they don't need to have that stress. They have a very serious business to take care of.
So you're saying the police have better things to do than to corral the homeless?
Right.
Okay.
We need them to be there when on call when we need them. And if they're helping the homeless community, which we should have a whole support system to help the homeless and the formerly incarcerated, so that they have jobs and that they have people there that care and that are genuinely concerned about their welfare. So I'm going to set up a whole system that will allow people to grow in our city and not to feel lost or abandoned in any way. I also want to reduce the stigma of mental illness. People should feel free to discuss problems that they're having and to make sure that their medications are up to snuff. Because a lot of times your medications fall out of snuff and you need to have them renewed. And I want people to know that Oak Lawn is a haven for gays and lesbians and people that want to have a comfortable environment where they know they'll feel safe and comfortable.
Okay. Now, we were talking in that segment yesterday with the homeless, and we came to the conclusion that a lot of the homeless were people that had mental health issues, and instead of addressing them properly, they were thrown in jail, they were thrown out on the street, and so you're a proponent of medical solutions to mental health problems as opposed to what the city's doing at this time.
Right now, we don't have a place for the mentally ill to go. And they're not, when they're seeking out help, they're being treated poorly, and they need to know they get the same dignity and respect that you and I get when we go and get medical attention.
Now you have a health care platform in which you want full physical and eye exams every year.
Every single year.
Monthly fee and dental, right?
Right. Even if you have little money, as long as you're bringing in money, you're going to see a doctor, a dentist, an optometrist. And you'll feel you're part of the community. You know you're going to be maintaining your health because a doctor, an optometrist, and a dentist is going to help maintain your teeth, your eyes, and your overall well-being.
Now, a lot of the present, there was a sweep in Dallas where a lot of Republicans lost their positions this last election. Now, are you a member of a political party, or are you an independent? I didn't get that information.
Well, the good part of running for mayor of Dallas is that I get a chance to represent everyone. I won't discriminate based on your being from a minor party or a major party. I welcome libertarians, reform, green, Republicans, Democrats,
But you're
people
not
of all color and persuasion.
You're not affiliated with a particular party at this time, or are you?
Well, I have been affiliated, but all local elections in the state of Texas are nonpartisan, and that goes for school board as well.
Now, and so, but you know, a lot of the social services have been cut by present administrations, particularly from Austin. Specifically, a lot of the aid services have been reduced and so forth. And so, if you could, you would change that and make sure people have more services. Now you have here on your platform representation through weekly meetings.
And that's a very key point to my running for office. I want democratic representation. Every single person will know that they're important, that their ideas are important. Well, if you're sitting at home and saying, you know, I've got an idea, or I know this is coming up at the next meeting, you'll be able to speak directly to me, face to face. You're not going to wish you could talk to me or try to type out an email. We'll be able to discuss it face to face, and the next week when I'm out in the public, we'll be able to see how well we did.
So you're having an open door policy?
Not only an open door policy in my office, but I will be in the community ready to speak and talk with you, and look forward to talking with you on a weekly basis.
Okay, now you're also talking about you've got a green part to your platform, which is recycling and compensation. What is that?
Very important that we get recycling up. We have all these recyclables that we're throwing in, filling up our landfills, spending enormous amounts of money creating these big piles when we simply could be reusing it. All the cardboard, newspaper, plastics, styrofoams. When have we recycled styrofoam and simple plastics? All of it's recyclable. It's under a single stream process. You put it all into a bucket. You don't have to sort it out. It gets sorted out at the plant. No muss, no fuss, other than to rinse it out, make sure it's clean, and then you know you'll be taking part in saving all the petroleum products that go into making these items, and the hundreds of thousands of gallons that go into making it as well.
Okay.